Hi, welcome back to the Power of Model Drawing. Now today we are going to look at the before and after model, which is a very common type of model, and you will also see a lot of before and after type of problems in primary 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we are going to learn how to draw this unit model. So first of all, we are going to recognize what is before and after, and then we are also going to apply what we have learned, the essentials of model drawing, into the before and after model. Alright, let's look at guided example 1, and let's read the question. Now, at first, Florence had $100 more than Tom, so that is your comparison model, right? Then she gave Tom $12. So somebody is giving to another person. So how much more money has Florence than Tom now? So how do you recognize whether it's a problem before and after? Now you can see the words at first, right? That will be the before. And then you can see the word now, which is the after. So in between, something happened, which is what we call the change. So what is the change? Florence gave Tom $12, so which means that is the change. So Florence has lesser money, Tom has more money. So in other words, you can see that their money has changed, but later on in the next lesson, you will realize that their total is unchanged. So we will look into that lesson the next time, but now we are going to look at how to draw the model. So you need to recognize whether it's a before and after type. So if you know that it's a before and after type of problem, then that is the model to draw. Alright, so let's draw the before model. Now, it's always good to label before, and you have two person, so you have Florence and you have Tom. Alright, and now you're going to draw a longer rectangle for Florence, because if you read the first sentence, remember, we always start from the first sentence to draw. So Florence had $100 more than Tom. So Tom will have a shorter rectangle, and I would like to put the $100 outside. Now, the reason why I put the $100 outside is when the model gets a little bit complicated, or there are more things to do, more things to draw, we would like to keep, right, it's a good idea to keep the rectangles empty on the inside, so that you can cut the boxes, or you can put something into the boxes if you need. Alright, let's go on to the next sentence. Then she gave Tom $12. Alright, so who is going to give Tom $12? Florence. So I am going to cut this part. So when you use a dark line to cut something, it means that it's going to be given away, but hasn't given yet, because it's still part of Florence's money. Alright, the $12 is still there. Alright, just that it's going to be given away. Alright, okay, now we're going to draw the after model. So what happened in the after model? So you have Florence and you have Tom again, and it's a good habit to always start your drawing at the same dotted line. Alright, so you don't want to slant your model, so everything must be aligned. All your rectangles that you draw must be aligned. Alright, so which means that Florence will have lesser money by $12. So I'm going to draw her rectangle, which is a bit lesser now. And where do I draw the rectangle? How long shall I draw the rectangle? Now, can you see you cut the $12? So I'm going to draw a dotted line, and that is where you stop drawing Florence's rectangle. Alright, that will be her money in the end. Okay, so dotted lines helps you to know where to draw until. Alright, then Tom will get the $12 more. Alright, so which means that Tom will have a longer rectangle than before. So I'm going to draw a slightly longer rectangle than before, and I am going to insert the $12 into his rectangle. So now Tom received the $12. Okay, so what do we call this? We call it internal transfer. It means that somebody has given to somebody else, so the $12 is internally transferred to another person in the same model. Alright, so how much more money has Florence than Tom now? So where do you put the question mark? The question mark will be over here. Okay, and that is how your model looks like. So if your model is fantastic, you don't actually have to look at the problem. So let's look at the model, and what do we do next? Alright, now the power of model drawing is actually quite interesting. Now, when you draw a model, it is to cut them, right? Cut them into units, or to cut them into equal parts. Alright, so if you look at my model, now I'm going to do some cutting. Alright, do some cutting, and then you will see for yourself what is the question mark. Now, can you see the, let's cut the $12. Can you see the $12? Alright, so make sure that when you cut, it is accurate. Alright, it is not, it is aligned. Alright, when you cut it, make sure that the $12 is one above the other, or one below the other. Alright, and then you go up, right, go up and you cut it. Alright, make sure that it is proportional. When you cut the $12, all the boxes that carry the $12 must be proportional. Alright, then can you see the $100, which is over here? Alright, so this is also $100, right? So can you find how much is the box in the middle? So you just take 100 and you minus 12 and you minus 12. So how much would that be? Alright, I'm going to use my calculator. Alright, so that we can do faster. So 100 minus 12 and minus 12. And the number in the middle is $76. So you put down 76. Alright, so you can see that it's quite fun, right, to do the cutting, right? You cut it into equal parts with the same numbers. And then where, can you see there's a box over here that is empty? So how much is that? Well, if you look upwards, that will be also $76. So make sure that when you draw, it is not untidy, so that you can see what is below and what is above. Because what is below and what is above is the same. Alright? Okay, then where are the units? Well, the units will be the equal boxes on the left side. Alright, you can see all the units that are equal. Alright, they are equal boxes. Alright, so you can call them 1 unit. Alright, now you can look at the model and you can see how much more does Florence have than Tom. Well, do I need to find how much is 1 unit? There is no need to find what is 1 unit. Alright, so you can see what is the answer for the question mark, which is $76 more. So Florence has $76 more than Tom. And that's how we use the model drawing, right, to visualize the problem, right, to produce the picture, right, the picture for this type of problem. Alright, so how about the 1 units that we have put inside? Well, there's no need to find what is 1 unit, but in the harder problems later, you will need to know what is 1 unit. But basically, in this problem, what have we done? We have shifted the $12, right, from Florence rectangle. We have shifted to where? Alright, yes, it's been shifted to, you can see that it has been shifted to Tom, right? Okay, for a while, Mr. Ong is a little bit confused. Where has the $12 gone to? It has gone to Tom's rectangle. So Tom has received the $12. So which means that Florence has now lesser money, right? And Tom has now more money. So when you shift a box, or when you shift part of the model from another rectangle to another rectangle, that is called internal transfer. And when there's internal transfer, the total is unchanged. Okay, so just have to remember that when somebody is giving to somebody else, the total is unchanged. But over here, we don't know what is the total, but it doesn't matter because we can still find the question mark. Alright, now let's go to the example number 2, and you will see again how to draw the before and after model. Alright, so let's read the question one more time. At first, Class A has 33 more pupils than Class B. Comparison model, because you see the word more than. 9 pupils left Class A and went to Class B. So there is internal transfer, right? You have pupils from A, and then they went to B. So A has lesser pupils, B has more pupils, right? It makes sense. So how many more pupils are there in Class A than Class B now? So is this a before and after problem? Yes, because you see the word at first, which is before, and then you see the word now, which is after. And then what is the change? The change is the 9 pupils have left Class A and they went to Class B. That is the action phrase, the change. Okay, once we recognize that it's a before and after problem, then we draw the before and after model. Alright, so here we go. So again, you're going to draw out the first sentence. Class A has more than Class B. So good model has labels. So you have to label A and B, and Class A, longer rectangle, and Class B, shorter rectangle. Alright, make sure that you can show the difference very clearly. Can you see the difference? You don't want to draw a rectangle that is almost the same length as the other rectangle. So the two rectangles must show the difference very clearly. Alright, then what happened? Now, so you have to put down 33 more pupils. Class A has 33 more pupils. Alright, so that is your first sentence already. Then 9 pupils left Class A. So how do you show the 9 pupils that are going to leave Class A? So I'm going to show over here. So I cut one part. Right? The 9 pupils are leaving. They are going to leave, but they haven't done yet. They haven't left yet because the 9 pupils are still in the rectangle. Can you see the 9 pupils are still in the before model? Right? Rectangle for A, still has the 9 pupils inside. Alright, but they are going to go to class B. So how do we show that in the after? Alright, so in the after, again you have A, you have B, and when you draw the after model, make sure that your rectangles are aligned. Alright, you want the rectangles to be able to be seen properly. Right, you want to be able to study the model in such a way where you don't get confused. So make sure that the rectangles when you start drawing, they start from the same dotted line, so they are aligned. Okay, now your rectangle A. How do you draw the after model for the class A? Class A will have lesser pupils now. And how long is that rectangle? That rectangle is until here. Okay, if you notice carefully, the 9 pupils are gone already in the after model. So the rectangle A has become shorter. So you may want to use our dotted lines to help you to draw the rectangle is drawn until where. So the dotted line helps you to see how long you should draw the rectangle. Okay, then what happened to class B? Now class B will have a longer rectangle than before. So I'm going to draw a slightly longer rectangle, and this time I'm going to cut one part of the class B, and the 9 pupils are now in class B. Can you see that? So that's called internal transfer. You take 9 pupils, which is the box, and you move it to another rectangle. Alright? Okay, how many more pupils are there in class A than class B? So this is your question mark. And your model is done. So every problem is unique. Every problem has a special kind. Every problem has a unique model. So we don't follow any fixed model because you have to learn how to draw out the sentences, and then you see for yourself how the model looks like for that particular problem. So this is how the model looks like for this problem. So what do we do next? Now we are going to do some cutting, which is quite fun. Now I'm going to cut the 9. Alright, all the 9. Can you see the 9 below here? There's a 9 below here. So I just go up and I cut another 9. Alright, so this is 9. Okay, and then you go higher some more. Right, go higher some more, and then if you come to this box, if you come here, can you see it's the same 9? It's the same boxes. Alright, you cut the same boxes, cut the same size. Okay, and then you can see that this is 33. Right, so which means that on the other side is also 33. So can you find what is the box in the middle? Okay, let me just highlight this 9. So now can you find the box in the middle? So you take 33. Okay, 33 minus 9 minus 9, which is 33 minus 9, and then you minus 9 again, and that will be 15. Alright, so this is 15. And then you go down, and can you see the box below, which has the same size as 15? Right, so that's why you need to cut proportionally. You can't just anyhow cut. Right, you can't anyhow draw your model. You have to make sure that you are tidy, you are neat using ruler, and then this is 15. So that is the question mark already. So how many more does class A have than class B? Well, the answer will be 15. So class A has 15 more pupils than class B, and you solve it. Okay. So that's how you do internal transfer. And then what do we call the rectangles on the left side? Can you see all these rectangles which looks all equal? Right, all these rectangles, they are equal. You can actually call them 1 unit. Okay, so in harder problems, right, in harder problems, we will need to know what is 1 unit to continue to work out the answer. But right now, we don't need to know the 1 unit. But it's good. It's good to know that all the rectangles, they are equal. You can call them 1 unit. Okay, all right, let's go to practice problem now, and I'll give you I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes and try to produce the model and see whether you can work out the answer. So you can pause the video and your time starts now. All right, so have you worked out the answer already? All right, so let's check it out and let's draw the model together. A while ago, which is before, all right? Of course, you need to highlight. You will know it's a before and after when you start reading. You have to read the whole question, and as you read the whole question, then you will have a feel, understand whether it's a before and after. So a while ago, Tracy had $40 more than Sam. Sam gave Tracy $24, right? And then how much more money has Tracy than Sam now? So it is a before and after. How do we know that? Because of the word, the phrase, a while ago, and then because of the word now. So before and after. And then what is the change? The change is Sam gave Tracy some money. So that is the change. Okay, so let's draw the model and let's label and before. So again, when every time you draw a model, you always start from the beginning. Alright, usually you start from the beginning. So Tracy had more than Sam. So you have a longer rectangle for Tracy and a shorter rectangle for Sam. So make sure that you really can see the difference very clearly. You don't want to draw two rectangles of almost the same length. You want to draw one rectangle that's long and the other rectangle that's short. So where do you put the $40 more? Which is here. Alright, so comparison model. Right, Tracy had $40 more than Sam. That is your first sentence. Now, Sam gave Tracy $24. Oops, did you cut at the wrong place? Okay, let's see. Now, Sam is giving, not Tracy giving. So which means that you should be cutting here. So there is a twist in the problem. Alright, so it doesn't mean that all the problems are similar. So if you try to look at the previous problem and you try to follow the model, copy the model, you are doing the wrong thing, because every problem has a different kind of model. You should not be looking at the previous examples and copy the model. Alright, you have to draw out the sentence one by one. So Sam gave Tracy, so you cut, alright, cut $24 out, but it's still there. Right, the $24 is still inside Sam's rectangle. Alright, then what happened? How do you draw the after? So we are done with the first two sentences already. So how do you draw the after? Now, so in the after model, you have Tracy, you have Sam. So remember, you need to start your drawing at the same dotted line. Alright, of course, I need to draw the dotted line all the time, not necessary. But it's to let you see where to start drawing. Alright, so Tracy now has more money, right? Because he received, or she received $24 from Sam. So I should be drawing a longer rectangle than before. So you have a longer rectangle, okay? And that will be $24 more. Okay, and then how about how about Sam? Sam will have a shorter rectangle. So where do I draw his rectangle? Now, his rectangle will be somewhere. After giving $24, his rectangle will be until the dotted line. So if you draw a dotted line, please don't cut through the rectangle. Right? Please don't cut through. Okay? You will do that later on. Okay? But don't cut through now, because once you cut through, you get yourself confused. All right? So just jump over. Okay? Jump over. Okay? And then now you can see that Sam has lesser money. Right? And Tracy has more money. So how much more money has Tracy than Sam now? So this is your question mark. And finish. So this is how the model looks like for this particular problem. Okay, now let's look at the model and use that to solve. Alright, and it's fun because when you draw a model, one of the fun things to do is to cut, right? To cut and cut. Alright, that's what Mr. Ong likes about model, right? You get to cut something. Okay, so what do we do now? So you can cut out this $24, which is the same as below. And then you go down. Can you see the dotted line that you jump over? You can cut it, and you have another $24. Okay, yep. And then what happens? Okay, and then what do we do next? Now, can you see that can you see what do you do next? Now, so Sam gave Tracy $24, right? So this $24 over here, right, that Sam has given or is going to give away, will now goes to where? Will now goes to here, right? So Sam has given $24 to Tracy. So now Tracy has more money. Okay, let me just draw a bit nicer. All right. So over here, you can see that you can see Tracy's rectangle has become longer. Longer by how much? $24. Why? Because Sam has given Tracy $24. So that $24 has moved, right? Has moved to Tracy's rectangle. So you don't have to draw the arrow sign, alright? It's just to show you where the $24 has gone to, alright? So this arrow sign you don't really have to draw, because it just makes the drawing more cluttered, right? You just have more unnecessary things in your drawing, alright? So that's called internal transfer. Alright, and then what do you see? Now, can you see the $40 which is over here? Isn't that the same as on top? Okay, and then you go down again, and that is also same, $40. Alright, So let's use some other colors to highlight the numbers. Now this is $24, so you cut it. So on top is the same, on top is also the same, $24. Alright, then the $40 is here. Alright, why? Because if you look at the arrow sign, that is $40, right? It's the same length, which is also the same as on top. Okay, and then you go down and you can see the same size again, the same length of the box, which is $40. And then the $24 is over here is given by Sam. So now Sam has an extra $24. I mean Tracy has extra $24. Alright, so now can you find the question mark? So you take 24 plus 40 and then plus 24. Because where is the question mark? It's from here to there. That is what you need to find. You have to add all the numbers. Okay, so you work out 24 plus 40 and then you plus 24 and you get $88. So how much more does Tracy have than Sam? So your answer is $88. Okay, and you have solved the problem. So ANS and you get $88. Alright, so you can see that this is how the before and after model looks like. So it's quite fun, interesting to draw the model. And one of the mistakes that maybe some of you have made is to refer back to the previous examples and to try to copy the same model. It doesn't work because every problem is different. So you don't look at the previous example to follow, right, to copy the model. But you look at the sentences in this problem and you draw out the sentence on its own. And then you will see that the model may looks a bit different from the previous examples. Alright, and so what do you call all the equal boxes on the left side? You can call them one unit. But do we need to use that one unit to solve the problem? We don't have to. Okay, alright, so we have come to the end of the first lesson on before and after. So in the next few lessons, we will still continue to look at this type of model, and it's going to be quite interesting, alright? So we will be coming to the end of the Primary 3 model drawing lesson soon, and then after Primary 3 model drawing lessons, we will proceed on to P4, right? P4 model drawing. Alright, so I will see you in the next lesson.